Welcome back to the Spearhead cast, everyone. I'm changing some microphone settings, so hopefully this will be like a good test. Welcome to the map Flakturm on a 2v2 on the Western Front. Let's go through the players, shall we? On the American side, we have Muro as Airborne Company straight out the gate, and Orphan as Rifle Company straight out the gate. That's gonna be very interesting. On the German side, we have Firo as Infanteriedivision for the Wehrmacht, and Arranged Karma as Panzerdivision for the Wehrmacht. This is the map Flakturm, which is, I believe, meant to be set in Vienna, but of course the Americans, I don't think, fought in Vienna, so, it's probably just some town in, or city in, Western Germany with some flag terms that the Americans are pushing up on, with elements of the 101st Airborne, as well as the Big Red 1 pushing up, fighting over this park. The park was also, this map was also featured in the Spearhead tournament, and, essentially, the unique thing here is a lot of this is not actually side blockers, a lot of the edges. So a lot of fighting and firefights can occur almost all over the map. It'll be very interesting to see. Pioneers engaging with the re-echelon here up near north. I believe re-echelons might engage with the Germans on the southern flank shortly. Most Grenadiers are already engaging. You have a rifleman followed by an airborne fire team. Have to see how this goes. Most Grenadiers waiting there. So far, fuel is denied to the Americans up here, but they might soon grab it. Indeed, they will. Germans have grabbed their own fuel, but they're not connecting it. Instead, we have German troops hiding up behind this downed bomber, apparently. Opening fire in these American troops, but the 101st Airborne are arriving, and these are very elite troops for the Airborne Division. They will make short work of the German infantry. We have an Aufklar coming up for the Panzer Division up north. Grenadiers are trying to kill these re-echelon, and they will probably do a good job on that. Grenadiers are pretty competent long-range infantry from cover to cover. And those Grenadiers are more equipped for being medium to close range if you equip them properly. But they'll still also do fine at long range with their Kar-98s. Germans are now connecting their territory finally. But the American Airborne are slowly cutting the pieces of them. As you can see, they're very accurate. Airborne also have the unique feature of healing without a combat, which is a very handy little feature. That'll allow him to heal up fully before the next engagement will start opening fire, which will cancel the healing effect. We also have a Jeep coming off the Airborne, another fire team being prepared. Vertical arriving for the Rifle Company. Looks like it's an air-cooled Vertical. Southern fuel is being engaged, taken over by the American troops. Jeep is going to be a little bit of trouble here. The Germans have a lot of cover. And these are both Grenadiers, so these are long-range infantry. They'll do pretty good from that cover position. They can cover a lot of angles here. Germans are moving for the northern front now. Aufklar and Volks Grenadiers with Grenadier support. As well as more Grenadiers coming up behind them. Vertical and the blue and grey. I don't think the blue and grey will last long against actual Grenadiers. Grenadiers are pretty good, I think, but the Vertical might get some good shots. Especially that Aufklar. And indeed, the Aufklar is being shot at. I just really hope that my new microphone settings are okay and you can actually hear me. If not, I'm gonna have to re-record this, but you'll know by that point. Looks like it's a decent match at the moment. Couple of Grenadiers up behind that fence up there. They'll definitely do a pretty okay work, I think. Team is pushing forward. That's a really risky maneuver. Wow, it has so far not taken a critical hit there. That is really lucky. That's a really lucky Jeep right there, despite all the Grenadier fire. MG42 is arriving for the Infantry Company though, or Infantry Division. And the MG42 is a shredding weapon. Really devastating machine gun. Grenadiers are making good work here, just long-range fighting against the blue and grey. But the blue and grey are more there to just keep them at bay, I think, prevent them from taking the fuel. Which they will do from that position. Most Grenadiers being suppressed out in the open. Throwing a smoke grenade, but they will just get pinned, I think. They're taking very heavy losses there. Pioneers pushing up for the sender. Airborne troops are setting up in various ambush positions here. But they've not been able to hold fire, so they will start opening fire on the Germans. And if the MG42 sets up there, that could be a problem. Because that's a lot of firepower. Vertical coming over the Airborne though. Oh! Rifle grenade straight on the MG, destroying it! That's a really good job right there. Wait, what happened actually? Okay. Yeah, apparently Muro's a little bit confused. I'm also a little bit confused myself, but wait, it could have been a rifle grenade. Could it? I think it was. It was a rifle grenade. He's great. He has shot a rifle grenade all the way down there. Holy shit, that's impressive. And Muro's a little bit confused. That's really impressive. I did not know the rifle grenade had that long range. But we cannot see the range yet, but that was really impressive though. Keep pushing up. Those rifle grenades actually making a good job here. Grenadiers have to pull back though. They will not fight out in the open against the Jeep with a 30 cal. Germans have been unable to secure the northern field thanks to the sacrifice of the blue and grey as a holding maneuver. Now riflemen from the big red one are arriving with the 30 cals. We also have a 57mm AT gun coming out to stop any German vehicles that might be coming. And here we are seeing a 221 arriving. I assume the Infantry Division is going to get something similar. The 221 is a very popular early light vehicle you can get. And indeed, 221 coming up from them as well. We really need to retake that fuel though. That mines? That American mines? It is American mines. Okay, so they did actually try to take it, but they died. Instead we have pioneers rushing up quickly, but they don't have any minesweepers. Grenadiers are not even fully armed or fully healed. We're gonna be a little bit risky out there. MD-42 for the Panzer Division present. Manned by Panzer Grenadiers, I believe. 221 is present, opening fire and spreading the blue and grey. Pioneers are securing the point. Risk is a standard as a mine right in front of him. And the 221 will do good unless it gets shot by the 57mm. Oh, good shot there from the Panzerbüchse, immobilizing the Jeep. That's gonna make it easy for the 221 to kill it. Yeah, one fire team is moving to be in the way. Also cannon almost ready on the 221. There we go, Jeep down. The 7mm is pushing up to get a shot on the 221 here. Pineapple going in. Very powerful frag grenade of the Americans. Those riflemen are going to be in trouble soon. Yeah, autocannon is opening fire. Command looks on the northern front. Unique commander to the Panzer Division. You also have some Panzer Grenadiers on the field here. Good assault infantry designed to work alongside vehicles. Rifle grenade that'll penetrate the front of the looks. Westfront is trying to keep the Pioneers at bay, but I think the Pioneers with the off-class support might win out this engagement. 30 cal is in jeopardy because of the looks. It's 7mm is turning around though. But I think the Americans are going to need some more reliable and mobile anti-tank. Especially with a 221 on the southern flank here. The airborne don't have a lot apart from this 3-inch. No, not a 3-inch, that's a 57mm, my bad. But the airborne troops will fight back the German infantry with no issue, I think. Airborne infantry are exceptionally viable. And the Aufklar is still just getting good shots here. Oh, I just really hope that all the sound is going okay. Smoke to block the shots of the Aufklar, very smart. Because the Aufklar is the one picking away, but the 221 is also picking away with the autocannon. Northern front has been secured now by the Germans, giving them the fuel advantage. MT-42 shredding the American infantry. And Sturmgewehrs are being armed on the Panzer Grenadiers. Exceptionally good upgrades. Assault rifle, basically. One of the world's first assault rifles. Exceptionally potent weapon. Pineapple going in the Grenadiers. They have to get out of there. 2-2, no, not 2-1. Lux is covering them. Stuart coming out. Mines is still being a fodder here for the Germans. And Outfly is also still taking shots at the American position here. Not sure how long he can do that though. But he's in firing range now, so he's pulling back. Kampkraft center for the Panzer Division up. Now the advantage of playing Infanterie is you get the Infantry veterancy upgrade for free as you tech up. Which is a really handy thing. You also have some Stormtroopers coming in for the Infanterie Division. Unique infantry, they can only have one of at a time. Can be armed with all kinds of weapons. It looks like they are getting the Sturmgewehrs. So that's going to make them exceptionally good assault infantry. Or just generally good infantry in general, overall, because the Sturmgewehr is an amazing weapon. Very expensive though, I think. Yeah, 60 munitions for 2 rifles. MT-42 still opening fire in this flank. You also have an airborne lieutenant on the field calling in some mortar barrage here. 16mm. I believe the airborne officers are actually really potent, providing a lot of good bonuses to all the airborne troops nearby. I believe the Stuart will beat a Lux in frontal engagements, but the Lux can actually penetrate on flanks. But at this range in the front... Oh, actually, never mind, I got a penetration. If the Stuart gets one more penetration, the Lux is gone. Man, this Lux is being lucky! There we go, it won. Very, very fortunate for it. Surprised not, we don't see an airborne camp. Something the airborne can do, they can set up 40 bases to recruit from. Americans are making a big push in the north to try and retake their fuel. All the 30 cals will definitely be a problem for all these Grenadiers, but the Panzer Grenadiers and the MT-42 is definitely holding the flank here.
We are losing a sector.
All the blue and grey with carbines pushing up here. And I don't think that Grenadier squad is going to get out of there. Nope, they did. Panzer Grenadiers are trying to move in to stop them. But there's just too many weapons here. But the Sturmgewehr are actually mowing them down. You got that shot. He needs to get out of there though. You don't want to risk losing a Panzer Grenadier. Those are very expensive infantry. The airborne is still just being a pain in the neck down here, but the Germans got a lot of veteran infantry. The Stormtroopers are among the airborne down. I believe the Stormtroopers are very much, if not a little bit better than the Grand Panzer Grenadiers. They're probably better than the Panzer Grenadiers, because you can only have one of them at a time. Whereas he can get more Panzer Grenadiers, and he already is. They're just costly. Yeah, 300. So they're like essentially Waffen-SS troops, at least in cost-wise. Very experienced, however, so handy. Another command looks coming in.
Squad, get ready, taking fire. Squad, ready. Listen up.
Double A2 for the airborne coming in shortly. So Germans are going to have to deal with armored presence now from the United States. You also have a fort base up in the sheds. Okay, a little bit of a fascinating command post. The Infantry Division gets access to the Luftlande, which are essentially, I believe, Luftwaffe personnel on the ground. That are essentially serving as reserve infantry. I forgot what the Panzer gets, but I don't suppose we'll see, because the Panzer I don't think is gonna go for it. They are getting veterancy upgrades though, which is something people really should get. The Kampkraft Center is there for a reason. Stormtroopers are providing a little bit of a threat here, but now the Germans are showing up. So immediately Riegel mines starting to be laid. Good to see. German anti-tank tactics revolved around mines, and most German infantry can lay mines, so utilize that ability. It's something the Germans really did do. Also, heads are coming out. Pack has already been turned to be ready. Oh, that's not good. The 2-1 is gonna die there, I think. Can't do much against the Sherman. Also Sherman for the infantry division. Captain coming in too for the infantry. We also have a captain for the airborne. All the airborne officers are like small 3-man squads, but I think they give a lot of bonuses, essentially. And have a lot of airborne, air support, obviously. That's the whole theme. Oh, those after in trouble. Airborne infantry are very accurate. MG42 could probably be armed with a scope if you want to spend the munitions. That's quite an upgrade to get for them. Pack 40 turning, it needs to be ready for that Sherman. Explosive going in the pack, good shot. Germans are going to have to abandon that front. Shermans are going to be overrun them. Hetzer on the field, but I don't think a single Hetzer will do good unless it's properly supported. We do have a command Stuk coming in for the Panzer Division. Double Panzergrenadiers are on the field, only been armed with Sturmgewehrs. We can also arm them with other equipment like flamethrowers and MG34s. I would never say no to the MG34, it's actually a really good machine gun on him. Stormtroopers are pushing up here. Airstrike coming in for the United States. Look like it's a strafing run. 50 cal did not hit them. Thanks to the environment. Environment does block airstrikes. But if this captain's gonna hold long, he's gonna have to pull back. Shermans are trying to keep them at bay, but there's gonna be a lot of I think the hits and the Stuk is actually working very well together here. 57mm is present though to deal with this Hetzer, but the Stormtroopers are pushing up instead. You can actually arm the Stormtroopers with an MG42, which can make them quite lethal. Oh, high explosive on the Grenadiers, killing them. Oh, that's quite a loss. Meanwhile, on the northern front, it looks like the Shermans are also pushing in, spreading the Lukes. Lukes is a very small target though. We also have a pack howitzer for the United States. Small mobile artillery piece. Exceptionally useful actually. Command Stuk is in quite a risky position. But it is forcing the Sherman to pull back. Now the Panzergrenadiers working together is a good thing, but they need more weapons than just the Sturmgewehrs, I think, to be useful. I really think the MG34 will be a very good choice in this kind of cover-to-cover environment. Or even a flamethrower if the range is gonna get shorter. But we don't know yet. That's Panzerjägers moving all the way to C3 thanks to being a infantry division. Hetzer got the good shot though, killing it. American airborne troops coming up here to try and shore up the front line. Not a lot of airborne troops remaining on the fields. Airborne are very costly, but are very good. If you lose them, it's very hard to come back. It's a very quality-based American army. Is that a 3-inch? Yeah, that's a 3-inch AT gun coming up for the Americans. Much bigger AT gun, can chew through the heads of these, I think.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
Command Stuk is pushing forward again. Trying to hunt for the Sherman, I think. And since the Sherman has no gun, there's not much that can stop it. Except it's just missing.
Rifle squad ready for action.
They might go for the Pioneers though. But I stopped covering the Pioneers.
Just got a report of an infantry unit being wiped out.
And there goes that Sherman. Ammo's about to cook. There we go. It's this an ambush position. Just standing ready with its rifle. Oh well, not its rifle, its gun. Packhauser is causing a lot of issues for the German infantry. We also have Jägers coming out for the infantry division. More elite light infantry, recon infantry and light infantry, I believe. They're like a mix of both, available to infantry division. Really good actually, should not be underestimated. These guys will do very well in rocket terrain. Although I would not say a park is the best kind of rocket terrain, it'll probably suffice. We have double American assault airborne teams coming in. These guys are much better for close and medium range and can be equipped properly. Armed entirely with carbines and Thompson. Oh, you're doing a good job here against these grenadiers. But now the Jaegers are gonna come up, and the Jaegers are exceptionally accurate at range. Artillery strikes landing around. Command Stuk is dealing with the Shermans. Grenadiers are taking a lot of shots here, but they're being suppressed by fire superiority of the American infantry. And our fire team is rushing up. Yeah, the Jaegers are in trouble, they have to pull back. Panzergrenadiers pushing up here, the blue and grey will not last long in the open against them. But the pack howitzer could get a good shot here on the Panzergrenadiers. Getting hit. Captain with a 30 cal though will suppress them. Oh, they mowed down the team with the 75. Those Panzergrenadiers have to get out of there though, I think. We don't want to risk Panzergrenadiers. We have a third one of them on the field. They don't have any weapons, and against a 30 cal in the open, they'll get mowed down. That's a dead Panzergrenadier. Oh, only one Panzergrenadier squad got out of there. That sucks. Bomb on the Lukes. Didn't do much. Well, the airborne are trying to fight against the infantry division down here. But the infantry has stuck in quite deep here with the Jaegers and the stormtroopers. Stuk pushing upwards. And the tank team is going for the command Lukes here. But out in the open, the Berserker's not going to do much, I think. Yeah, Lukes will just mow them down. You don't want to move up and out in the open against a tank. Even one with an autocannon. MG42 is coming to flank though. So it looks like the Germans are getting the situation handled at the moment. Mines being laid here by the Pioneers. This is where we have an S-mine field. Sprengminen, essentially a mine that jumps up into the air when you're near it. And then explodes, causing fragmentation pellets to land everywhere. A very devastating little weapon. I would not want to be close to that cache if I were you. That might blow up shortly. Fortunately, it's a fuel cache, not a munitions cache. I don't think the explosion is as violent. But Germans are getting a lot more territory here. Not looking too good for the Americans. We do have a 76 Sherman here now. To support the airborne alongside an airborne major. Gives 50% faster capture time though. That's very good. The Germans are capturing a lot of territory up here. They are almost encircling the American position. Pineapple, but a grenade assault going in return. I think the Panzergrenadiers have this covered. I really think the Panzergrenadiers should be armed with another weapon. Preferably the MT-34, if you ask me. Mostly because he's using them for stationary combat, so the MT-34 on top of the Sturmgewehrs would be exceptionally valuable. Plus, people just never really seem to get the MT-34, and I don't get why. It's a really good machine gun. Yeah, this is the 76 and they're pulling back. Germans don't want to fight that. Still have a pack though and a Hetzer. We also have a command Panzer IV-J, I think? Yep. Meanwhile, the infantry division is not doing too well on its flank. Infantry division, I mean. The German Panzer division is just slowly pushing further and further up. And this is quite something, isn't it? Smoke going in for from the Sherman. But the MG42 smoking down the airborne. Artillery being called in. But I think the Germans might have the means to push into the base shortly. They just need to get the bravery to do so. But the airborne division is still getting 76 Germans, which could turn it around if... Oh, the infantry division is also getting a 76 German. which could do okay. Grenadiers are pushing up very aggressively here for the missions point. That's a very risky maneuver though. They almost died at high explosive shots. Grenadiers have secured the north entirely. Grenadiers are laying down some sandbags here for some cover. They've only been armed with a unique weapon available to Panzer Division for the Grenadier, which is the Sturmgewehr with the Vampire scopes, which is essentially an infrared scope. They only get one of it though, which is a very effective Sturmgewehr at long range essentially. And Panzer Grenadiers will not be able to run up against verticals. Looks like we have munitions airdropping in for the airborne. That's going to allow them to do more airstrikes. A flag position is being set up at the front line though. That's a very brave move. Sherman going up against the Panzer IV. And we have the US Air Force coming in. With rockets! Only one rocket hit and now the flag is up. Very bad timing though, because the airborne is assaulting. So it's focusing on the planes, I think. No, it's focusing on the infantry. Or trying to. Artillery going in. Mthis is being blown up by the artillery. It's eventually free flag, by the way. Probably thanks to the Kampfkraft Center. Or, well, not the Kampfkraft Center, but the infantry's free upgrades. It's a very handy ability for infantry division to have, that they don't actually have to pay for their infantry upgrades in the Kampfkraft Center. Really powerful ability, in all honesty. Grenadiers pushing up here. Ooh, good rifle grenade right there. These rifle grenades have really paid off for the Grenadiers. Veteran C4 Aufklar. This guy has actually gotten a lot of kills. 14 kills. That's more than most Aufklars get.
You want something? You need something? Shoots in here.
I think the Panzer Division... Oh, we have the Infantry Division taking up first for Panzerhalle.
We are ready for action. Squad, ready to move.
So the Germans are preparing to get some more territory, setting up the Stormtroopers first. Stormtroopers are the best at assaulting, after all. That's kind of in the name. But that's a lot of Shermans here. Hetzer and Panzer IV command tank. Need to be very careful though, because the 76 Shermans are showing. Black will try to hold them back. Hetzer's down.
The enemy has destroyed a Panzer.
The Americans need to get rid of that flag position. Jagdpanzer coming up for the Infantry Division. Panzer Division is not utilizing the fact they can push down here. I guess they are afraid that the American infantry can just hold them back. Jaegers have to pull back here. They don't have a lot of good... Oh, Jaegers got killed by high explosive shell. Oh, that's painful. Jaegers are very costly, I believe. Yeah, 360. That's not good. Panzer's being increased in veterancy for the Panzer Division. Stuck is in trouble here. It isn't able to turn its gun. It's stuck. They need to shoot it so it still stays there, but artillery is going in instead. That's gonna buy time for the Stuk to be ready again, I think. Artillery going in on the airborne Shermans. Sherman's up too late now. The Stuk cannot turn his gun. Didn't penetrate though. Oh, and it's immobilized again. The Sherman can actually flank around now safely. But it got this. It got the Stuke. Sherman 76 is proving its worth as a tank. Those Sherman 76 are prepared to move on the central front now. Now the Panzergrenadiers actually lack reliable AT unless they get the Panzerschreck. They actually only have the Panzerknacker, so they actually have to run up to the tanks to penetrate them. Which is not a preferable thing to do. That flag is really providing an issue, actually. Panzer IV command tank taking flanking shots. Stuka going in. The US Air Force is coming in again. Jagdpanzer in the field. German tank destroyer armed with the same gun as the Panther, exceptionally valuable. Has very high frontal armor thanks to its low silhouette as well, hard to hit. Has no anti-infantry capability though apart from a high explosion shell. So it requires infantry support. Americans are able to move on the northern front now, thanks to the 76 Shermans punching through the Panzer Division. The German Panzer Division needs to get something else out. Is he playing? He's going for a Tiger tank! Oh my! You're gonna see a Veteran C2 Tiger tank straight out the gate. Oh my, the 76 Shermans might need to be careful now, because that thing can brawl at range. But if the Shermans get too close, the Tiger is toast. Also, if you're wondering, the Flakturm is kind of in the way of the camera sometimes. There's the artillery there. So there was a Stuka bomb, actually. Infantry opening fight the blue and grey. But Shermans could flank down there. Yeah, and indeed the machine gun is running away. Don't want to risk losing a machine gun like that. German armors moving northward to try and support against the upcoming push. We have an 88 actually been set up here, a Pack 43. Big AT gun that will punch through any allied tank. Definitely any American tank. It's not like they're fighting Soviets or British. And here's the Veteran C2 Tiger. Now that is going to be very, very powerful. And it's getting all the big upgrades and improved engine, Panzer Officer, and long-range shots. So that's going to be a very good tank hunter of a tank, actually. That sounds weird to say. It'll definitely put the fear into the American tankers, that's for sure. Stormtroopers have to pull back here briefly. They do not want to fight that many American infantry without being in a good position. Open Blitz on the field. Panzer Grenadiers and Grenadiers are ready to move alongside the Tiger. Tiger should probably be ordered to hold its fire unless it sees a tank. You don't want to risk revealing it too soon, but I'm pretty sure the Americans do know there's a big vehicle. You can generally hear them through the fog up, won't actually see them on the minimap if you can hear them. Yep, they probably already know the Tiger's coming, they can hear the engine coming, and the Shermans are pulling away. But I might have pulled away far enough. Oh, the Tiger wasted his shot though, and the 76 got a penetration. Didn't penetrate the Sherman! That Tiger has to be very careful. Yeah, not a penetration, that Tiger has to pull back. No penetration again! The 76 is proving itself! That's the power of the Sherman right there, folks. It's a very impressive tank. Do not underestimate the Sherman. So Lungudi in the southern flank for the Germans too. The airborne are trying to push up again. They do have double Jagdpanzer though, which is an exceptionally powerful combination. That'll stop most allied tanks in their tracks. That Tiger's gonna need a lot of time to repair. German heavy tanks take a long time to repair, if you're wondering. I wonder if the Germans will try to take up to the finals here and try to go for Panthers or a King Tiger instead, now that they see the Tiger is having trouble dealing with the Germans. And that might be what this Pioneer is for. It would be cool to see a King Tiger, not gonna lie. But a King Tiger can be a very hit or miss, like most of the German Wunderwaffe tends to be. And if we see a take up, it might be Panthers or it might be King Tigers. I suppose only time will tell. Command Panzer IV still keeping an eye on the southern flank.
Looks like we're going in. Paratroopers ready for action.
476 Germans coming out. Fortunately for the Germans, they're fighting airborne and infantry, so they're not going to be facing a jumbos or EC8s. So the Germans have that advantage going for them at least. Oh, Tiger might go for a long range shot. There we go, long range shot. Hurt the Sherman a lot, didn't kill it though. Meanwhile, the tank pushing the southern flank. The Pack 4 is ready, waiting here. Their Panzer moving up as well. No penetration. Explosive killing an MG team. Sherman has to pull back. Panzer pushing, and the Tiger as well. Big push on this flank. Well, 76 got a good penetration again. The Tiger has high health, so it will survive several penetrations. That's generally how it works. Always seeing improved. Oh, we get seeing Tiger upgrades. Okay. So improve the Tiger optics. Okay. Yeah, it would take a while to get the King Tiger looking at it. That would be way too costly. Command looks actually vegetarified with 52 kills, so holy shit, okay. That's a very big bonus for this officer. Pulling in Stuka here. And more artillery there. Utilize the command looks really well here. Tiger pushing up again. Yeah, this German is definitely in trouble. It's taking a long range shot. Oh, it destroyed the AT gun, my bad. Meanwhile, the Jagdpanzer keeps an eye on his flank. There's a bazooka team here, though. Long range shot destroying the Sherman.
We just lost a medium tank.
And the Americans are having a little bit of trouble now.
Looks like we're getting
Now that the German Herbie tanks from Panzer Division and the Jagdpanzers are coming onto the fields. Oh, high explosive straight through the hedge. Yeah, the Americans don't have a lot to deal with a Tiger. They need their Shermans to deal with this thing. Or some air support. They do have this 3-inch gun, which could get a good penetration if they're lucky. Sherman's pushing up. That's really brave. Really, really brave. Flak is still operational for the Germans. Oh god. Panzer IV command tank down to Sherman pushing the center.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
That flag is still holding. Holy shit. There we go. It's been decrewed. Stuka going in though. That Sherman's immobilized. It might be a dead Sherman. Oh, almost. Panzergrenadiers have taken up the front end with Panzers Rex and Sturmgewehrs, making them good at essentially all opponents basically. A very powerful squad. Oh, mine though! Mine almost destroying the Tiger, but there's another mine that they didn't hit. Oh, 76 almost got the Tiger! That Tiger has to pull back for repairs again. Jagdpanzer dueling with all the Shermans. Jagdpanzer should do good finally. As one can see. And those Pioneers didn't get out of there. Who would have guessed? Jagdpanzer once again proving to be a very valuable vehicle here for the Germans. Also went in ambush on the southern flank evidently. Tiger is operational again. And indeed, they found more of the mines. Good job though from Orphan actually setting up mines that almost destroyed the Tiger there. Oh! It blew up on the fusel, which can happen. So that kind of sucks for them. Mines are a very risky business. There is a chance they blow up if you defuse them. It's not always guaranteed you can defuse them. Because many mines have actually built-in fail-safes, which is a pretty nasty thing. Oh, Jaegers are entirely armed with the Kar-98s. Wait, one of them has a Gewehr, my bad. I assume the officer has the Gewehr.
Yeah, Pioneers ready for assignment. You need something built?
Germans need to capture that point to get any fuel up here.
Awaiting orders.
That's a pineapple. Didn't do a lot of damage though.
Change of fire!
Airborne with a long range against Jaegers. It looks like the Jaegers are just overall better at that. Looks that way anyway. And they're just slowly beating them down with the accurate rifle fire. But not as Sherman 76. Artillery called in though. Ooh, the battle has lasted quite a while actually. But I'm not sure how the Americans can make a comeback unless they can really just push through the Tigers or the Jagdpanzers. The Americans need to do something. The Jaegers are forced to pull back again. Flag is pressed, but it's apparently bugged. They're not actually crewing it. He's bracing it.
We have a forward structure under attack.
I guess the flag is bugged here. Yeah, it's bugged. That's a shame. NT-42 straighting down the airborne. Jagdpanzer moving up to deal with the Sherman. And indeed the Jagdpanzer is just cutting straight for the Sherman. And there we go. Flag is now gone. Tiger pushing upwards. I don't think the infantry division has a lot to stop it. Unless these Shermans can do a really lucky job. You could actually see a second Tiger, I think. Yeah, we could actually see a second Tiger shortly if he gets the manpower. But he might actually just be going for the King Tiger. German Grenadiers in the southern flank is having issues. Command crew from the tank is just sitting around. Oh, very good shot there from the Jagdpanzer, but that's a Stormtrooper gone from high explosive. That fucking sucks. Those Grenadiers are gone too, and the Jagdpanzer has no anti-infantry capability. Shermans are going to try and overrun the Tiger. Blitzing away. No penetration on the 76. Well, the Shermans actually did threaten it. I completely missed it. I apologize for that.
Enemy squad! Get ready for action, gang. Yeah.
Not much these airborne actually have to deal with a Jagdpanzer. If you try and sit up on the road, that's probably not the best idea. There's not much to stop them at the moment. Tiger pushing up again, and we are seeing a Panther, not a King Tiger. I suppose the Panther is actually the wiser choice. The King Tiger is just generally a waste of resources. Assault artillery going in here. Looks like the Infantry Division is doing a big push. Jaegers pushing upwards. I don't think the Allies have a lot of stuff at the moment to stop them. And assault artillery was still going, holy shit. Ooh. These Shermans have to be very careful. Panzergrenadiers are pulling up on the flank. Good long range shot there. But you see pinging free Panther straight at the gate thanks to the Kampfkraft sensor. Now with all the Panzergrenadiers supporting the Tiger, I think it's safe. That's a lot of extra Panzerschrecks and Sturmgewiss. US Air Force coming in with a bomb. Anti-rockets! Only one hit the rear, didn't do much, that's a shame. Tiger's going to get a shot here. Oh, they got a critical hit on itself! Oh. That Tiger has done a lot of work. Artillery going in on the Allied base. Oh, he's doing fire flare and then he's using an artillery ability for being infantry was shown. Okay, I get ya. I didn't do much, it's very scattered artillery. Tiger, oh, that's a Panther actually pushing up. Which is even higher frontal armor than the Tiger actually. I believe it's higher armor than the Tiger. Oh yeah, it has. By far, actually. High explosive going on the 3-inch. Destroying it. Yeah, I think Germans can just push in now. The Blitzkrieg has been ordered by the Tiger. And the Panther will just be able to tank all the shots frontally. Well, the Tiger can deal out the damage. Oh, loader injured on the Panther. Here comes the Panzergrenadiers. Artillery called in their path. Stuka destroying this point. Jaegers are armed with a stolen vertical they found on the ground. I don't think the Americans can hold for much. The 76 is pushing out though. Where the Jagdpanzers. High explosive on the Jaegers, almost killing them. Jagdpanzer pushing up. Getting a good shot there. Tiger pushing up. Special service called in a little bit too late, I think. What are they gonna do against the Tiger? There's special forces there, now there's... Oh, High Explosive just tearing them apart. Now the Tiger moves with the Panzergrenadiers right behind. They need to take out the base defenses though. And with that, the Americans surrender. Quite a battle here at Flakturm, and I hope my new microphone settings worked. And I'll see you all in the next video, everyone. Bye bye.